Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. If you like the video, please subscribe and stay tuned for new videos. Baylen Out Loud, UK trip reveals Colin's far-fetched goal involving King Charles. Baylen Out Loud star Baylen Dupree's fiancé, Colin Dooley, revealed his far-fetched goal involving King Charles on their UK trip in an exclusive clip TLC shared with Parade. Baylen Out Loud, UK trip reveals Colin's far-fetched goal involving King Charles, exclusive clip. Baylen Dupree's fiancé might not get his wish on the family adventure. Key points. Colin Dooley dreams of meeting King Charles III during the UK family visit. The group discussed UK food customs and cultural differences like liquor sauce. Baylen also asked the tour guide if he ever tried ranch dressing. Baylen Out Loud star Colin Dooley revealed his far-fetched goal involving King Charles III during Baylen Dupree's family trip to the UK. Ahead of the December 23 episode, TLC shared an exclusive sneak peek with Parade of the Dupree family's adventure across the pond. Sign up for Parade's daily newsletter to get the latest pop culture news and celebrity interviews delivered right to your inbox. In the clip, a double-decker bus tour guide engaged in friendly conversation with Baylen and her family, asking them if they liked it so far in the UK and if they tried any new food. He asked if they tried pie mash and liquor. Baylen's brother, Vic, replied, "No, I hope," to which their mother, Julie, laughed and pointed out that he's only 15. "Actually, liquor is the term for a sauce we put on the pie," he pointed out. "Yeah, because you call liquor booze in the States. So if you go in and ask for pie mash and liquor, you're not going to get drunk on it." When the tour guide asked what was on their to-do list while in the UK, Baylen's dad, Alan, pointed to Colin and replied, "He wants to meet King Charles. If the flag's flying high, you know, he's at home, maybe go and have a knock on the front door," he joked. "Give it a whirl." During a chat with a producer, Colin was asked why he was so obsessed with meeting the king. "Name another king in the world," he said. "He's got to be the only king in the world." Baylen then pointed out, "No, there's more kings. There's like, the Prince of Greece and the Prince of all these other," to which Colin insisted, "That's princes." "Yes, but they obviously have fathers," Baylen said. "I just want to have dinner with a king," he declared. Another quirky cultural moment during the UK bus tour came when Baylen asked the guide if he ever tried ranch dressing, which she and Colin love. He hadn't, so they explained what it was. "I am so disappointed I don't have ranch on me right now, or else his world would be changed," she told producers. Poof. Mind-changing. Catch new episodes of Baylen Out Loud on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on TLC and streaming the next day on HBO Max. Baylen Out Loud's speech at TikCon made me fall in love with the series. This year, TLC released a brand new series called Baylen Out Loud, and it is rapidly growing into one of my favorite shows because there is nothing quite like it. While the world of reality TV is full of dating series and competition shows, Baylen Out Loud offers a unique perspective by exploring the life of Baylen Dupree, a famous TikToker who has Tourette's syndrome. The series is only a few episodes in, but it has already left such a lasting impression that cannot be ignored, especially after her time at TICCON. TICCON is a convention dedicated to people with Tourette's syndrome and other similar conditions. Baylen was invited to speak at the convention, which was an amazing experience for both her and viewers like myself. The scene was a little difficult to watch as Baylen began tic-ing on the stage. However, she pulled through and shared more of her story, creating a rare but necessary moving scene for reality TV. The moment represents everything the show can do as Baylen's story both inspires and educates its audience. Baylen Dupree is authentic in Baylen Out Loud. After the TLC star attended TICCON, her mother, Julie, said Baylen was going to make a lot of parents proud because she was authentic, and I couldn't agree more. The convention provides the opportunity for people managing tic conditions to connect with one another, learn more management techniques, and hear about others' experiences. While it was an exciting experience for Baylen, she and her family were worried because the situation would likely aggravate her symptoms. However, Baylen was determined to make it happen. When she arrived at the panel, Baylen was unprepared and totally intimidated. There were a lot of people there, and the other speakers didn't have the same severe tics as Baylen. But that didn't stop her from giving an amazing speech. Though she did experience a lot of tics and even had to take a few pauses, Baylen ultimately stuck out and embraced every part of herself, even the parts that swore and talked about her private parts. Baylen Out Loud is both heart-wrenching and eye-opening. The moment I saw the TLC series premiere, I could tell Baylen Out Loud was unlike any other show I've watched, reality or otherwise. However, Baylen's attendance at TicCon made my heart grow 3 times bigger and put her story more into perspective. Putting aside her admirable authenticity, Baylen is brutally honest and transparent, though it hasn't always been easy. Her journey on TikTok began because a woman followed and filmed her at the grocery store. It took her a few years, but she decided to take back her power by creating a TikTok and sharing her point of view. Since then, she showcased all the good and bad that comes with Tourette's syndrome. From managing her tics to gaining more trust to making connections, Baylen is working hard to prove that the neurodevelopmental disorder doesn't make her different from the rest of us. Occasionally, she does try to suppress her tics or become self-conscious, but even those parts Baylen embraces because it's part of the journey. Overall, Baylen Out Loud has a lot that even I, someone without Tourette's syndrome, can learn from. The reality star is gentle with herself as she tries to break out of her comfort zone. She's not afraid to make mistakes, even when she is in front of the whole world. Instead of letting society silence her, Baylen's doing everything in her power to speak up for herself and anyone else in a similar position. In the end, Baylen is just as deserving as everyone else to lead a happy, healthy, and successful life, and I think her mission of using her show to highlight her journey is amazing. Baylen Out Loud airs on Mondays at 9 p.m. on TLC and is available to stream on Max in the US. Baylen Dupree on her new life in the DC area. The TLC star lives in Arlington, loves Call Your Mother, and always warns Uber drivers about her tics. In a recent episode of Baylen Out Loud, the hit TLC show about a charismatic 22-year-old with a severe case of Tourette syndrome, Baylen Dupree stands on the banks of the sun-drenched Potomac and gushes about her love of DC. Suddenly, she's struck with a particularly elaborate verbal tic, one that involves vaginas hanging from the White House and Joe Biden being buried in her backyard. "I can promise you, I have no idea what the president's activities are or where he's buried," she later deadpans. "And he's still alive, so that's good. Let's just pray that it doesn't get me in trouble when I live here." Baylen does, in fact, live here now. In August, she moved from her parents' house near Harper's Ferry into an area apartment in Arlington, which she shares with her fiancé, Colin. The show's first season, whose finale airs Monday, chronicled the stress of the move, which exacerbated Baylen's tics. Those tics range from mild to debilitating, motor and vocal tics, but also coprolalia, which is the rare Tourette symptom where one involuntarily utters obscenities. The show is a plea for empathy, but it's also a lot of fun and was recently renewed for a second season. On Friday, we caught up with Baylen via Zoom while she was in Roanoke visiting Colin's parents. Except where relevant, we've left out the tics. "Now that you live in DC, what's your day-to-day life like?" "It's pretty simple. With my OCD, I struggle a lot to leave the house because of rituals I do. So I do a lot of cleaning at the apartment, and just exploring the city with my friends. I've made a lot of good friends. We will meet up for lunch or for certain things like that. Also, being involved in a gym environment really helps with my tics and my anxiety." "Oh, how did you make friends so quickly?" If anyone says that they're able to make friends in their 20s easily, they're lying to you. It's very hard. But when I moved, I decided to get on BFF Bumble, and I've met several people. Like my best friend, I met her on BFF Bumble. It's just amazing that I was able to find her as a friend. "Where do you guys like to go?" "We go out to brunch a lot. We're foodies. We just got done having breakfast this morning at Call Your Mother. Such a cute place. I love the pink. I love Gravelly Point. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and it's like 5 minutes from the house." "Do people recognize you when you're out in public?" "Yes, and I love it so much. So, for example, I took pictures with people today at Call Your Mother. They were like, "Oh, my God, we have to take a picture." My mom would actually hate me if I didn't. I love being able to meet people and see there's a face to a supporter. It means a lot. And when people come up to me instead of, like, staring at me, it makes the environment better. Yeah, I wanted to ask if it feels easier to be out in public now that you're really publicly associated with Tourette. Yes. I mean, yes and no. Like, mentally, it's really hard for me to leave the house with my rituals and my anxiety and things like that, but being out in public is easier, because people look at me and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I know who you are," versus, like, "Oh my God, you're an animal." Don't get me wrong, I do get both. Some people still don't know who I am. What do you wish people understood about Tourette that they don't understand? So Tourette syndrome is a very misunderstood, complex condition. It's on a spectrum, it ranges from unnoticeable to severe. It looks different in everybody. But Tourette is not the swearing disease. 1, it's not a disease, so there's that. And coprolalia, which is the swearing, only appears in 10% of cases. So it's not common. But I just wish that people knew that we don't tick 24/7, and that we can't control what we say. And I wish that people knew not to copy my tics. What do you mean? How do they copy them? Since people don't know about Tourette, they don't know that the things that I say, they're not catchphrases, they're not quotes, they're tics. So the same type of tic where I have to hit my head is the same type of tic where I have to say, gasp, wind it up. So I wish when people came up to me, they didn't refer to me as my tics. I mean, if a random person was in the store and you noticed that they had Tourette, would you mock them or laugh at them or say their tics back to them? The answer is no. But there's a lot of people who think that doing it to me is okay, and it just doesn't make sense to me. But then there's people that say, well, you decided for this life. You decided to put yourself in the social eye, so people can do whatever they want. And you're right. People can do whatever they want, but my job is to educate and say that this isn't right. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. Watching the show, it's clear that your tics cause you a tremendous amount of pain. But also, there are moments where it's hard not to laugh, like your Joe Biden tic is so unintelligible tic about Joe Biden. And then when you do that, I'm like, right, it's not funny at all. So is it okay for people to laugh? With my family and Colin and close people, I do find humor with it. It's finding a good and positive thing out of this horrible, painful condition. But when laughing is involved, it's only appropriate at certain times. My family knows when to laugh and when not to. So when I'm ticking and I am in pain and I am not laughing, it's not funny. I wanted to ask about the specific political tics, but I'm not sure if that's rude. When I talk about my tics, it sets them off very badly, so like. Okay, let's not do that. Okay. That's helpful. I mean, when people encounter you ticking in public, how do you wish they'd react? Just kind of ignore it and pretend like it's non-existent. Every single time I get into my Uber, I basically tell them, I have Tourette syndrome. It's an involuntary motor and vocal disorder. If you hear me say anything out of the ordinary, just ignore it. And usually, for the most part, it ends up working, until I tell them that their mom's a cunt or something. Then they stare at me, and I have to be like, that's a tic. Your mom's great. Why did you agree to do the show and what did you want people to see? The only thing that I've ever wanted to get out of this show is education, for people to understand that when I leave the house, I'm uncomfortable 24/7. If the world could just understand what I'm going through, then maybe going to the grocery store could become a little bit easier for me and for other people with this condition. And I also hope that the show helps diagnose people with Tourette or tic disorders, because a very high percentage of people go undiagnosed. How has the show changed your life? My life, honestly, hasn't changed a lot, other than going into places and meeting people. But what makes me realize that I'm making a difference is the people that come up to me and tell me personal stories. So, for example, the other day I was at Chipotle, and this guy comes up to me and he's like, my wife is in the education system and she's waited 25 years for there to be a show out there to help kids that are neurodivergent, or that are different, I can't remember exactly what he said. And when I met with these kids at the Tourette Association of America, I was told that when they were going through TSA, the TSA agents were like, "Oh my god, you have Tourette," like the girl on Baylen Out Loud. So that's the only way that the show has changed my life, is that it's helped me and other people with TS a lot. Congratulations on your engagement. Are you wedding planning? Thank you so much. We currently just started, so we're minimally wedding planning. For example, we've come down to, for venues, and that's hard because I'm, Colin, I want all of them. I don't know what to choose. I'm very indecisive. It's bad. How are you going to decide? Well, for example, one of them was 90 grand. I'm going to say that one's off the list. Will the wedding be in DC? No. It's come down to Tennessee and Virginia. We'll probably change, but you never know. We're thinking barn-style wedding. I just really want a beautiful view with a cross in the background. That's the only thing I'm envisioning when I see myself walk down the aisle. I know you're with Colin, so I'll let you go, but what has been your favorite night out in DC? Probably at Ballroom in Clarendon. We've done a couple bar crawls, too. The first time I went out was with the friends that I met through Orange Theory, and I just had a blast going bar hopping for the first time ever. It was on Halloween in DuPont Circle. Me and Colin were mobsters, like people in the mafia. I was looking around and I was like, "Colin, it's so